Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jeannie and we have a fantastic event for you here today for the Missouri Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Before we get started with this wonderful group of institutions and programs, just a few reminders for you. Your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you today. However, you will find a Q&A button on your screen, and you can use that button at any time during today's event to submit your questions to our presenters. You don't have to wait until a certain college or program is presenting. If you have questions for any or all of our attendees here today, go ahead and use that Q&A button throughout the entire event. Also keep in mind, this is one of many different sessions happening, so make sure you take a look at that schedule on the website and jump into another session taking place immediately after this. And finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Missouri. I will put that link in the chat for everyone. But right now, on to our main event. I am going to turn it over to Maryville University, who will get us started.
All right, hello everybody. Bear with me as I get this pulled up here. All right, Jeannie, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, awesome. Hi and welcome. I am from Maryville University, so we'll go 6 minutes pretty quickly through all of this here. There we go. So we have just under 3,000 students that come to campus every day. It is that close-knit community, not too small where you know everyone's business, but just small enough where you're going to get that intimate experience in the classroom with an average class size of about 15. And those class sizes do cap out at 32 or 34 freshman year. So pretty small. When I was a senior, I had class sizes of like 8 or 9. So I really enjoyed having that experience with students from all over the world and all over the country, as you can see here. So we have over 90 academic programs, plenty of sports to choose from, and over 150 student organizations. So these are some of our top academic programs, definitely most well-known for nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and there's a couple of those there as well. Like I said, we do have over 90 degree programs, and all of those programs have their own landing pages within our website. So I definitely recommend going over to our website to look at those. We are an Apple Distinguished School, so that means we provide one-to-one technology for each of our incoming freshmen. We provide an Apple Pencil and an Apple iPad to all of our students, and your textbooks are actually uploaded on there with 200 extra apps. So it's pretty cool. Our students really love to integrate that into their workspaces, taking quizzes, uploading discussion posts, and most of your classroom experience is held in the technology space. So it's really awesome. And you'll see on the screen there, that's what one of our classrooms look like. It's very integrated in technology. And if you come visit us at campus, you can see a little bit more about that. So we actually offer life coaches to all our incoming freshmen. So they go through several assessments with you to make sure that you are in the right degree program for you. If you are, great. If you're not, they help you kind of carve out the best career path for you. So at Maryville, we have a 98% career success rate. So that just means that 98% of our students are getting into their graduate program of choice, getting hired full-time, or going into the military full-time within 6 months after graduation. So this is a super important rate that you want to make sure that you're asking at different schools that you're looking at. And this rate, I believe, is by and large a part of our big strategic partnership program. So all of our majors on campus have partnerships in and around the St. Louis community, whether it's health professions at one of the prominent hospitals or in the business space with companies like Edward Jones and other St. Louis companies as well. So now we will talk about the fun stuff about applying, scholarships, all of the good stuff. So we are free to apply online, and we are test optional as well. If you decide not to include a test, we and we'll do a holistic review kind of with your extracurriculars, your GPA, all of that good stuff. But we also will accept the Common app and Coalition app as well. So this is what a full year of tuition kind of looks like year over year. We actually froze tuition for 5 years, but last year our leadership decided to decrease tuition by 20%. So that top line of tuition will look a little bit different as you come to join us. And once it hits that 20%, your scholarships will stay the same. So it just becomes more valuable to you over time, that education. Those fees are just a one fee, so it's the same each semester, and your books are included in that one fee. The room and board will change if you decide to live on campus or not, and changes depending on which dorm you choose and which meal plan you choose. There's more information on our scholarships at that link down there, maryville.edu/scholarships. And here's a quick little video.
Jordan, we don't have sound. If you want to pause it. Jordan, did you hear me?
All right, so these are also some of the ways that you can get connected with us. We would love for you to come on campus, but if for some reason you can't make it to campus, we do have some virtual options. So we have sneak peek events that are all about understanding financial aid, and also hearing from some of our students. You can find more information about visiting campus at that webpage right there. And that is all that I have for you. Jeannie, I made my 6 minutes, just right under the gun right there.
You sure did. Yes, I did want to let you know though that we did not have sound for that video.
Okay.
It was very short. If you want, you can share it again if you want to try and do that sound. Otherwise, you can drop the link in the chat for us, whatever you prefer.
There was no words with it. It was just music.
Okay.
So
all right, we'll miss out on that then. But otherwise, fantastic. Awesome job, Maryville University. Thank you so much for kicking us off with such a great presentation. All right, we are going to hear now from St. Charles Community College. Whenever you are ready, take it away.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. So I'm Barbara Stratman, an admissions recruiter from St. Charles Community College. Our main campus is located in Cotterville off of Mid-River Small Drive. We have an additional campus in Darting Prairie off of Highway 4061 for allied health, agriculture, and culinary programs as well. There are about 6,000 students enrolled at St. Charles Community College with an average class size of around 20 students. We are currently offering in-person, remote, and online learning class options. Our campus services and campuses have also officially opened back up as of this fall semester. We have over 35.
Interrupt. I just want to let you know, I don't see your screen share yet. It says that you've started, but I'm not seeing anything.
Oh no.
I don't know if you want to give it a shot again. Yeah.
How about now?
I'm not. Let me just check with other attendees or panelists, make sure it's not just on my end. If one of our other panelists could confirm in the chat if they can see it or not. No, no one can see it.
Gosh.
And it's funny because it says you've started, but it's just not pulling up. So,
I wonder if I move it to a different screen. How about now?
Nothing is there. What we might be able to do is see if Fontbonne would want to go and allow you to kind of leave and come back and see if that helps. That's the only idea I have for troubleshooting.
I can keep going. That is perfectly fine.
Okay,
it's
all right. Go ahead
Yep.
and start from
No
front.
worries. All right, so St. Charles Community College, we have about 6,000 students enrolled at SEC with average class sizes being of 20 students. We're currently offering in-person, remote, and online learning class options. Our campuses and services are officially back open as of this fall semester. Over 35 clubs and organizations are offered on campus. These are hobby-based, identity-based, as well as pre-professional organizations. So no matter where you end up going to school, my biggest piece of advice is please get involved in something. This is where you're going to make new friends at your new school, as well as find leadership and volunteer opportunities that are going to look really good on your resume. Our athletic teams include men's baseball and soccer, women's softball and soccer, as well as co-ed cross-country, track and field. Last year, our men's soccer team went to nationals, and we also had 2 All-American runners on the cross-country team that were recognized. Scooter McCougar is our mascot. We are the Cougars. Our first on-campus apartment complex called Campus Lake Apartments, as well as Starbucks, both opened up last year in 2020. Tuition at SEC is dependent on where you live, how you're taking classes, and what classes you are taking. Are you in district or out of district, meaning do you live within St. Charles County or not? Second, are you taking online versus in-person classes? And lastly, what discipline are you taking those classes in? Are they general education credits? Are they computer science classes? Are you a part of the nursing program? All of these individual factors go into calculating tuition. So the average semester tuition for a full-time student at SEC is around $2,000. More than $215,000 in scholarships is made available for every year by the SEC Foundation and SEC Board of Trustees. Students complete a one-stop shop application on our website to see what they may qualify for. Scholarship deadlines for next fall will be April 1st and May 1st. About 38% of students at SEC receive some sort of financial aid. This does include benefits from the A+ program. I know we call the A+ program a scholarship a lot of the time, but it is actually state funded financial aid. So please make sure that you're paying attention to your financial aid checklists and financial aid deadlines to make sure that you receive those benefits you've worked really hard to earn. A majority of students take classes and complete an associate's degree, that 2-year degree, in preparation for their transfer to a 4-year school. Our transfer programs include the Associate of Arts, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Associate of Fine Arts, and Associate of Science. We also have Associate of Applied Science degrees. These are career and technical programs to get you ready for the workforce. Some of our newer degree options include animation and gaming under computer science, agriculture, if you are interested in drones, lasers, experimental fields, welding, where we teach stick, MIG, and TIG welding, and we are certified as a Sensite by the American Welders Society. Allied health is also very popular at our Darting Creek campus with our virtual hospital. The nursing programs for RN and LPN do not operate on a wait list anymore, and fully online health and information management degree is also an option. So last August, St. Charles County residents passed Proposition Community College, a $30 million no tax increase bond issue. For details about the on-campus projects, please check out our website, but I wanted to provide some updates because as you visit campus over the next year, you're going to see some very cool new projects. The administration building is being reimagined to provide a cohesive experience for students. So all student service offices have been temporarily relocated for construction to begin here this fall and finish next summer. We just purchased a former firehouse in Wentzville to be renovated for our welding program. The old cafe bookstore building on campus is being renovated to create at least 5 new science laboratories. Construction is going to start here this winter and be done by the summer. And the new Department of Public Safety building is finishing up construction this fall as well. This building is closer to Campus Lake Apartments on campus where our students are living. If you've driven past Mid-Rivers Mall Drive on campus, you've hopefully noticed our new LED signs. The admission process at SEC is pretty straightforward. Complete your free online application and then send us your high school or any college transcripts you may have. Speak with an academic advisor to register for classes. Registration for the spring semester is currently open, and registration for next summer and next fall will open up in April. Make sure to complete the FAFSA if you are interested in financial aid or participating in A+. And I want to let everyone know we are currently offering virtual and on-campus admissions appointments at this time. So thank you so much. I'm sorry I couldn't get my slide to work.
No, you handled that like a pro. Thank you so much, Barbara. That was a great presentation, and I'm impressed that you were able to do it without showing the PowerPoint. Thank you. All right, we're going to keep moving now. Hopefully our tech issues will come to an end. We're going to hear now from Fontbonne University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you. I hope this works as long as I can. Good, awesome. So, I started way too late in that. Hello, everybody. My name is Maggie. I am one of the freshman admissions counselors here at Fontbonne. I am also the campus event coordinator and I'm an alum. Some really quick facts about us. We were founded in 1923 by the Sisters of St. Joseph Carondelet. So we are coming up on our centennial really soon. We are located in Clayton, Missouri. We have about 1,100 students on campus, which creates a really small classroom size with a 10-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. We have quite a few major options for you to choose from. Some that I'd like to highlight are our speech language pathology program, our education programs, which include deaf education, our computer science and cybersecurity, dietetics, and then newly added next fall, we will be hosting a nursing program on campus as well. The admissions process is pretty simple. Our application is free if you go to fontbonne.edu/apply, but also we are a part of the Common App. We this year announced that we are test free or test blind. So we are not taking ACT or SATs for admission or for scholarships. So we are looking for a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. However, anything below a 3.0, we will be holistically reviewing. We are also back in person, so we are offering in-person visit options, which you can feel free to reach out to me to set up, but we will also work with you virtually if that is more comfortable for you. And if you are applying to Fontbonne, all we need is your transcripts right now, and then we will get your decision to you. We are looking at about around Thanksgiving time to get financial aid out, and then we can keep talking about what your next steps would be. At Fontbonne, we offer various different scholarships for different audiences. So for our freshmen, we are offering scholarships that start at $8,500 and go up to $15,000. These scholarships last for up to 5 years. We also have a great opportunities for our transfer students, and we also recognize A+ as an additional scholarship to your merit scholarship. If you are part of a Catholic high school, we will welcome that as well as an additional scholarship. And then we have a couple different ones depending on anything that you are involved in at Fontbonne or before coming into Fontbonne. As far as athletics goes, we do have quite a few. You'll see some of them are highlighted in blue. Those are a few that we can actually offer scholarships for. And newly added next fall, we're excited to be welcoming sprint football. As far as student life goes, I personally loved Fontbonne when I was a student, but we do have a ton to do. Some of the ones I like to highlight are depending on your identity, your diversity, who you are as a person. You're welcome to start a club, or we do have quite a few clubs that students have already started and you're welcome to join or just go to the events for. We have quite a few leadership opportunities as well. My personal favorite was the Disney Leadership Program. And then as far as student services go, we have great opportunities for testing, tutoring, any ADA accommodations needed, counseling, nurse, and so forth. And I was very quick about this, but if you have any questions, feel free to send those in the Q&A, and my contact information will be present here as well. Thank you.
You were very speedy. Well, thank you so much, Fontbonne University. Another great presentation. We're going to just keep on moving along then, and we're going to hear from Southeast Missouri State University next. Whenever you are ready, take it away. And I want to remind everyone that that Q&A function is live.
All right, can everyone see my screen all right? I think so, because everyone's video went off. So my name is Brooke Lockhart, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Southeast Missouri State University. We are located in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. So that's just about 2 hours south of St. Louis, if you're familiar with Missouri. Cape Girardeau has around 40,000 people. That's our population. We sit right on the beautiful Mississippi River. As far as our campus goes, we are a mid-sized regional university. We offer lots of different options, over 145 academic programs, including lots of pre-professional options. So if you're a student who knows you want to go into a professional program, starting at a regional institution to get your bachelor's degree is a great idea because it's going to save you a lot of money. We have just around 10,000 students on our campus, and we are currently the only institution in the state of Missouri to have a campus entirely dedicated to the arts. That is our River campus that houses our art, music, dance, and theater. We are made up of 5 colleges. So we have our Holland College of Arts and Media, our Harrison College of Business and Computing, our College of Education, Health, and Human Studies, our College of Humanities and Social Sciences, our College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. So what will a degree from Southeast do for you? Here on the screen are some of those companies that our students are going and working for. So you can see these big name companies, and this is just a handful. We have over 20,000 alumni in the St. Louis area alone. So there are lots of places you can go that recognize a Southeast degree. We have lots of places for you to live and eat on campus. We know those are important when you are figuring out where you're going to go and what feels right. We have 18 residence halls and we have 8 dining facilities. We've got your traditional community style options. We have several suite style options, and we even offer private rooms for students who are not interested in having a roommate. We offer a scholarship for housing that can help cover the cost. And then the value of that does increase up from $1,000 to $2,000 per year if you decide to stay on campus for your junior and senior year. We are Division I athletics institution, and we were actually the recipients of the Ohio Valley Conference Commissioners Cup for the 2020-2021 season. So that was a really exciting opportunity for us here in this little community. We have over 200 student organizations, so you can be involved in things such as social opportunities, sororities, fraternities. You can be involved in academic clubs, faith-based organizations, or maybe you are really big into community service. We have a lot of service opportunities as well for our students to engage in. We have over 20 club sports, including esports. So that's really exciting. We know esports is pretty big here in the college scene. We offer over 50 study abroad destinations. With COVID, unfortunately, we did have to reduce the number of countries we could go to, but as we're seeing things open back up, study abroad is a great opportunity for you if you are interested in that. So we are one of the most affordable universities in the nation. So our average cost of attendance is just under $19,000 per year, which is actually 20% lower than the national average. We offer scholarships to over 70% of our incoming freshman students. We have a phenomenal Copper Dome scholarship program. I have a picture of it on the next slide, but that is basically we look at your test scores, your GPA, and you can see automatically what you're going to qualify for. We also offer lots of support to our students. We truly want our students to be successful. Your success is our success, and we have lots of resources for you to utilize that are free to you. Here's a quick screenshot of our scholarship program. So you can see that we have a really great opportunity based solely on your academics to automatically award a scholarship for you. All of our scholarships are also progressive, so they actually grow with you each year that you're here. And this chart will show you the total 4-year value of those scholarships that we offer. The other thing that I'd like to point out is that all of our scholarships have a test optional component. So that means whether you have a test score that you're not super proud of, or maybe you weren't able to take an ACT or an SAT, or you were only able to take it one time and you didn't get to work to raise it due to COVID and those other implications, we offer that test optional component where we will just look at your GPA for all of our scholarships. We do have one competitive scholarship. That's our President's Scholarship. That one is a $10,000 value. It is not automatic like our Copper Dome program that we just looked at. You do have to apply, go through an interview process, but all finalists do receive a $1,500 study abroad stipend. So if you don't receive the $10,000, you do automatically get a $1,500 stipend to spend for a study abroad opportunity. We have our application online, so you can apply online. We have no application fee, so it costs you absolutely nothing. We will actually use your super score and take your weighted GPA to make an admission decision. Our application literally takes 5 minutes or less. And we are self-reported. So you just tell us what those academics are and we're going to get you admitted within a day or two. We are also on the Common App. So that is an opportunity for you to use. And we're open for visits. So we want you to come check us out, cmo.edu/visit. And really quickly, because I know I'm right about up with time, here is a quick screenshot of our admission counseling team. So definitely feel free to snap a picture. If you want to shoot me a message in the Teams, I can get you this contact information, but we are here to help you. And I appreciate that you guys let me speak with you today. Thanks.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again. It was so wonderful to hear your presentation. And now we are going to move from Southeast Missouri State University to Missouri Scholarship and Loan Foundation. So whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hello. Yes, we are Missouri Scholarship and Loan Foundation. My name is Taylor Grimm-Wood, and I'm the program manager for Missouri Scholarship and Loan Foundation. Today, as you're listening to all this exciting information from all these different schools, you're probably thinking a little bit about the question of how do I pay for this? Scholarships and grants can be a really big part of the equation of paying for college. And in specific, the schools that spoke with you today have talked a lot about institutional scholarships, but we are here to talk to you a little bit about private scholarships. So we want to tell you about the programs that Missouri Scholarship and Loan Foundation has to offer, and please use the chat, the question and answer function to ask us any questions you may have. So we are a nonprofit organization that offers scholarships, grants, and interest-free loans for Missouri students attending Missouri institutions. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about two of our programs in particular. The first of is our Access Extra Scholarship. This is a very large scholarship program that has a quick and easy scholarship application with no essays. So first of all, we are looking for students who have a 12,000 or less EFC, that expected family contribution that you will receive after you complete your FAFSA. That's generated on your student aid report or SAR. Now, these other qualifications here, the second bullet point here is actually from this current academic year.
Taylor, I'm so sorry to interrupt. We actually don't see any screen share. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
There we go. Looks great.
Okay. All right. I guess it's the night of tech issues. So this is the slide about the Access Extra Scholarship, so I'll just continue from there. The second bullet point here is from this current academic year's qualifications. That qualification is getting ready to change. We know that it will be lowered, and it seems as if the ACT score might be a thing of the past. So it looks like in the future, this will be a qualification based solely on your GPA, and we are hoping to lower that 3.8 or higher. So just keep this in mind for the next academic year for 2022, 2023 for current high school seniors, because these eligibility criteria are going to change. So stay tuned. But other than that, the Access Extra Scholarship is first come, first serve, and the award amount is $2,000 a year. It needs to be used at a Missouri institution. That can be 2-year, 4-year, private or public. The scholarship is renewable for up to 4 years, and the application is on a website called My Scholarship Central, which we'll talk a little bit more about here in a second. So this is a really easy way to get an extra $2,000 to go to Missouri school. All of the schools that you heard from earlier tonight are eligible for this program. So if you think that you might be at a pretty good high school GPA and you might have that 12,000 or less EFC, I definitely recommend applying for this program. Our other program is our interest-free loan program called MOFELP. This is a gap loan program that is intended to help students fill the gap between their cost of attendance and all the other institutional aid and state aid that they've received. So if there's still that gap between all of that other aid you've received and your cost of attendance, you can apply for MOFELP, and MOFELP would replace other gap funding such as PLUS loans or alternative loans. MOFELP is interest-free and fee-free for the life of the loan. To receive this loan, you must meet the general criteria listed on the slide. The new application for 2022-2023 won't be available until May or June, but when it's released, you can find it on our website, which is moslf.org. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about My Scholarship Central. Our scholarship applications are on My Scholarship Central, and it's a scholarship search and application site with over 100 different scholarship opportunities for students across the state of Missouri. It's only for Missouri students. So when you complete scholarship applications on here, you're not competing with students from California, Texas. It's just for Missouri students. So it's really easy for students to use. You go on there and you fill out your general application, and from there it shows you the scholarship opportunities that you may be eligible for. So it'll really help you maximize your scholarship dollars, and every dollar that you can get in scholarships or grants is a dollar that you don't have to pay back in loans. So there's a lot of money on Scholarship Central. Last year, over $10 million of scholarships were awarded to Missouri students. I want to tell you a little bit about the My Scholarship Central search tool. This is a tool where you can choose the region where you live, and you can see all the application providers that serve your area, and that even includes ones whose applications aren't on My Scholarship Central. So you follow the links and find out more about their programs, and you can apply. Some of those providers also have their applications on My Scholarship Central, which will you'll kind of get linked to there by filling out that general application that we were talking about. So if any more opportunities come online as the year progresses, and you meet the eligibility criteria for it, you'll get an email. So something like our Access Extra Scholarship, if you qualify for it, great. Definitely apply for it. But even if you don't, just go take a look around My Scholarship Central and see what else you may qualify for. Sometimes you can be really surprised and see that you can get quite a bit in private scholarships to go to the institution of your choice. So please feel free to reach out with any questions about our programs, or if we can help with your scholarship search. We appreciate your time, and we can take your questions via the Q&A function.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It was such a treat to have you join us for the presentations as well. Thank you, Scholarship and Loan Foundation. All right. At this point, I am going to invite all of our institutions to join me back on video here. We are going to move into a brief Q&A portion. And for this portion, we are going to kick it off by taking advantage of all of the experts that we have in one place here. There's also no screen share during this, so hopefully we'll be able to not face any more tech issues, which seems to be the theme. You all have been great sports during it. All right, so kicking it off with Maryville University, I want to ask the group, what is one thing you would recommend someone going through the college search process?
Start early is my big piece. So you want to make sure that you're hitting all of those priority deadlines in terms of just applications in general, but also scholarships. And for any of the, sophomores and juniors, my big tip is just keep your grades up. Everyone on this call wants to make sure that you're paying as little as possible to go to college. And the best thing that you can do for us is just to make sure you have great test scores and a high GPA. So those are my two things, and I'll let you guys add your 2 cents.
My piece of advice is, once you figure out what schools you're interested in, if it's a list of 5 schools, if it's a list of 10 schools, if you're able to get on their campus, get on their campus. It can be a formal tour with the admissions office, or you could just wander around campus yourself and see what it feels like to be on that campus, and also eat the food. If you're gonna be spending a lot of time at school the next 2 to 4 years, so make sure you like the food where you're going to school at as well.
And I would say going off of that, explore different kinds of schools. So don't just look at little schools, even if you're like me and you think that's what you really want, but go look at big schools too. You never know, you'll be surprised. And also I thought I was a person who had to go as far away as possible, but look at a couple schools close by too, because again, you might be surprised.
I'll just second everything that they said, but definitely utilize your admission representatives at the institutions you're interested in. Our jobs are literally here to help you during this process. You know, searching for college can be overwhelming. There are thousands of colleges to choose from, and you know, it's 2021, so technology is there. It's easy for us to explore lots of colleges from the comfort of our living room, but use us as a resource. You know, reach out to those admission counselors and those admission reps, because we truly want to help you, whether it's with our school or another school. We just want to see you making a good informed decision and continuing your education.
Fantastic answers to that question. Thank you so much for helping us. And I'm sure that Missouri Scholarship and Loan Foundation also says go ahead and go to their website. And that's a great way for you to go through this process as well. All right, our next question for this group, we're going to take it back to your campuses. So this next question is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school specifically? We'll go ahead and go in the same order, kicking it off with Maryville.
One thing that makes Maryville stand out is technology. It was said in the presentation. I just think it's so important that your education is being blended with technology. That is the way the world is working. Even in our own roles, other recruiters can attest to this as well, but virtual learning kind of threw everyone through a loop, but virtual working also threw everyone through a loop. So I think Maryville does a really great job of getting students acclimated to what technology means in the workplace in a way that is just essential to becoming a quality professional.
For St. Charles Community College, we're a little over 30 years old at this point. So we have a lot of time and room to continue growing. So those new projects, if you take a tour here this winter and then come join us in the fall, our physical campus is going to look different because we're renovating multiple buildings. And we keep purchasing properties around the Winston area, like I said, as well. So we are continuing to grow. So even if you're a freshman or sophomore, by the time that you graduate, we're going to look very differently. So keep an eye on us.
I would say our small campus creates a really unique and tight-knit community. I kind of like to tell a lot of the students, and I feel like it comes off wrong at first, but I say it's almost like high school 2.0, but the 2.0 part is you're grown and it's up to you and you're kind of choosing your own story. So it's really unique to have such a small class size and such a small community backing you. And you know, it's like a family and not just somewhere where you're going to be lost. And that's, again, something that I was looking for. So the family aspect in the community.
The one thing about SEMO that I think students should remember is just the personalized support. So I talked a little bit about those resources that we have that are put in place for you to be successful, because your success is our success. And we really mean it. We also offer small class sizes, but your faculty will know you by name. You will get to meet your classmates, and all of those opportunities to get connected with people on our campus are there. Our university president is really popular. He even knows students by name. I don't know how he does it, but you'll walk across campus and be like, "Hey, Brooke, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, how does he know my name? It's crazy." But that is something that we really do pride ourselves on here at SEMO, is that personalized support for our students.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad to hear that about each of your campuses. And now we have time for one last question. And the last question that we will close out with today is, what is one myth that you would like to debunk about the college admission process? So back at the top with Maryville.
I would say, at least for Maryville in our position, counselors by and large, we don't have any bearing on you getting accepted or declined. So Your application is the application, your transcript is the transcript, which is why I tell students, like, it's so important freshman, sophomore, junior year, when you're sending in those transcripts your senior year, to have good grades. So, you know, it's completely on you. So your application and your transcript, that is all your hard work. It doesn't matter how many times we chat in person or on the phone. Like, I am not the one making that decision. So I always tell students, like, the best you can do is just to be great in school. I think sometimes students feel like, oh, well, if I get in good with my admissions representative, like, I'm for sure gonna get a scholarship, or for sure gonna get into school. So definitely just work hard, and that will help you go a long way.
What I hear a lot from students when we are breaking down the admissions to-do list items is, oh, wow, this isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's actually a pretty straightforward process, and it's kind of like doing your homework. Sitting down and starting it is usually the hardest part. But also you have the support system at home to help you figure out how to navigate websites and what questions to ask. And you have everyone here on the call. I literally have a job to help you come to college and figure it out. So please help me stay employed and just ask questions.
I feel that. My biggest one, and I'll speak from my perspective, is that I'm only here to get you to Fontbonne. No, I honestly love working with students who are just looking in general, and they might be like, hey, I'm also going to look at Maryville or SEMA or St. Charles Community College. And that's awesome. Like, I want to hear about it. I want to hear how it went. I'm not just here to hear about Fontbonne. Like, I want you to find your perfect school, and hopefully it's Fontbonne, but if it's not, I get it. We've all been there. We all had to make our final decision. So we're not just here only for our schools. We're here to help you find your school.
I was just gonna say that deadlines are not guidelines, so they are not flexible. If you miss those deadlines, I think Jordan had mentioned, you know, starting early, and don't be late in that process, because when you miss a scholarship deadline or an application deadline, there really is, I mean, that's it. Very, very rarely will they make an exception. So they are not guidelines. They are hard deadlines for a reason. So start early, get all of your items and materials submitted, so that you set yourself up for success during this process.
Fantastic. Well, really, everyone, thank you so much for this great session. I learned a lot about each of your programs and also about the college search process. I hope everyone else attending did as well, and that you're taking notes, doing some Google, and reaching out to these fine folks here. There is a question in the Q&A, so as I wrap up here, I want to give our attendees a chance to address that. So I'm going to share my screen real quick here and just wrap us up by saying thank you, not only to these fantastic panelists, but also to all of you for attending. We really hope that it was as useful for you as I found it as well. When you close out your screen today, you are going to get a very quick 5-question survey. Any feedback that you can provide will help us make these events better in the future for you and for everyone. Do keep in mind that this is part of a larger event, and there's actually a whole nother session taking place after this. So take a look at that schedule and see if you can jump into another presentation and hear from additional institutions. And then last but not least, this session, along with all of the others, are being recorded. And so you can catch those recordings at strivescan.com/Missouri. I did put that link in the chat for you again. All right, we have come to the end. Once again, thank you so much. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Take care.